Welcome to NBA Today with Malika Andrews, live from Los Angeles.
That was embarrassing.
It was a 53-point victory.
We did everything at a grade F today.
If you weren't embarrassed from yesterday, then don't come into this gym. You're not needed or wanted here.
They have now won 7 straight.
11 straight. 13th win.
17th consecutive game.
We're not going to continue to just look at the streak. In my eyes, the streak was over in the regular season. We got a whole new thing that we need to start cooking here.
Well, you know what they say, what happens in Vegas. In this case, what happens in Vegas deserves a little bit of a closer look, because after that 53-point loss that was to start August, they have rattled off 17 straight wins dating back to the regular season. And with a victory tonight, they will tie the 2001 Sparks for the longest winning streak in the history of the WNBA. But as head coach Becky Hammon said after they blew out the Storm in Game 1, all that matters now is the race to 9. So as Las Vegas has their eyes set on their third title in the last 4 seasons, with a win in Game 2 tonight, they could be that much closer. A'ja and company, they would punch their ticket to the second round. So a little bit more on the WNBA playoffs. We welcome in 2 of the best in the business. Chiney Ogwumike, Andraya Carter is with us all week, and we are excited here. But Chiney, A'ja Wilson, she has been the catalyst for this run here for the Aces. What are you seeing from the MVP favorite?
So I know Stephen A. uses this particularly for Aaron Rodgers, but I think it applies for A'ja Wilson. That's a bad woman. She's a bad woman. 29-8 versus Storm. Y'all know that hurt me even more. But I'll show you what she did on the floor. Right here, this is against Dom. I know she's a rookie, but she's still 6'6" with great length. That was an easy bucket. You can't have her in single coverage. You have to send the help. But the problem is everyone else was knocking down shots.
Yep.
She scored on everybody. Here, she doesn't even think. She attacks. This is her strong hand, going to the left. She's second in the WNBA when it comes to points in the paint at 12.3. She's relentless. She's unapologetic. She's a boss. And also, you talked about that win streak. These are the numbers that she's put up. 26.3 points per game. 5 more than any other WNBA player. It's A'ja's world. We're just living in it.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that she's leveled up her game during this streak, it says so much about her, and it's why I had to give her my vote for MVP. But adjustments that Seattle can make. I know Chiney is listening closely to this. What adjustments do you want to see from Seattle?
Well, actually, Seattle can learn from what Las Vegas did in the last game. I thought the Aces did a phenomenal job attacking the switches. Seattle, not so much. So watch this here. This is a switch. Dominique Malunga is going to step up and take Jackie Young, but Jackie continues to attack. Erica Wheeler's guarding Dana Evans here in the corner, but because Jackie attacks, wide open, strong side shooter, but that comes first from attacking the switch. Vegas was able to knock down multiple threes, but it happened from the attacks. Now it's Dana Evans with the ball in her hands. What's she going to do? Attack Dominique Malunga. Cheyenne Parker-Tyus is also going to roll, which is going to drag in Gabby Williams. That's another way to attack the switch. And what happens? Wide open, Jackie Young for 3. When you watch the Aces, you're like, yeah, they hit 14 threes. Yeah. But so many of them came from them being aggressive and attacking the switches, which is what Seattle was not able to do. If you look at the Aces numbers and wins, they're knocking down 10 threes a game at 38%. In losses, 7 threes a game at 29%. But it's the way they got their threes. How many times, Chiney, were we sitting watching Seattle when Vegas switched? They weren't able to get neck of the ball. They weren't able to attack the post players. They weren't able to do anything with the switches. The Aces, on the other hand, did it masterfully.
Dre, why are you lying to people? I was not sitting down the whole time. I was jumping out of a chair.
Well,
Today was crashing out the whole game.
Look, you got to go and snatch it, and they're doing exactly that. You have to give respect where respect is due, and the Vegas Aces are the hottest team in the W.
The Storm and the Aces, they're going to be the late game tonight on ESPN. We may or may not have a live camera and a blood pressure cuff on our friend Chiney for that game. But first, it's Alicia Gray and the Dream trying to close out Kelsey Mitchell and the Fever at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. So, because a lot of news to get to around the W, Alexa, let's start with the Fever, because this team has had injuries mount over the course of the year, and now they face their biggest challenge yet. So how exactly is Indiana approaching this elimination game tonight?
Well, Malika, the Fever feel like they've had to play with their backs against the wall pretty much all of the second half of the season. And so this is just another example of them needing to do just that. They are without Caitlin Clark, of course, but also 4 other players due to season-ending injuries. And so all those games in August and September when they were trying to clinch a playoff berth, they were playing with that postseason-like urgency. with that shorthanded group. And then also today, they will also be without a sixth player in Damiris Dantas, who's in concussion protocol. Kelsey Mitchell told us that she started saying earlier this season in the group huddles that we're all we got, we're all we need. And that's going to be even more important tonight as they try to keep their season alive. And one thing I felt like was really evident being around this Fever team is that they didn't want to just get back to the playoffs. They really felt like they had something to prove, that they felt like if they put together a full 40 minutes, Lexi Holt told me that they could beat anyone in the league. So it's not just about just trying to stay alive, that they want to keep playing, and they're so tight as a group that they're hoping that they can force this back into a Game 3 situation in Atlanta. One thing that will be really fun today, too, is that because of this new WNBA playoff format, this will be the first home playoff game the Fever will host since 2016. So I know this crowd is going to be rocking at Gainbridge Fieldhouse today.
I mean, it's one of the best home crowds in the WNBA, and certainly they are going to be fired up for this game tonight. I'm hoping that we can shift here a little bit, Alexa, because maybe the single biggest question mark, I think, hovering over these playoffs is the status of two-time league MVP Breanna Stewart. Of course, she exited the Liberty's Game 1 win over the Mercury with that knee injury. What is the latest there on Stewie? We know that game is not till tomorrow.
Right. Well, Sandy Brondello spoke with reporters today in Brooklyn and said that the MRI imaging came back, quote, relatively clean on Breanna Stewart's knee. Now, she said she will be a game time decision for tomorrow, played kind of coy otherwise on providing more specifics on exactly how long or she could be out or exactly what that injury could be. But we did see that Breanna Stewart was not participating in Liberty practice today. She was off to the side and she was wearing a leg sleeve on that left knee. And so Liberty fans maybe can take a little bit of a sigh of relief that as it looks, it doesn't seem like it was anything incredibly serious or the most serious for Breanna Stewart. But still, the tough part is that even beyond tomorrow's game, the Liberty would potentially have to play a Game 3 on Friday. So that's a quick turnaround. And then if they were to advance to the semifinals, those start Sunday. And then they would have to play again on Tuesday, and let alone the rest of the game. So still some questions surrounding exactly how long Breanna Stewart could be out for, let alone if she'll be available tomorrow.
Right. Game time decision here for Breanna Stewart. Alexa, thank you so very much for that insight. But here's the thing. Even with this uncertainty and the injury around Stewie, the Liberty, they have the third shortest title odds, plus 575 at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Only the top-seeded Lynx and, of course, the streaking Aces have shorter odds. Relatively clean.
Okay, write that down.
Relatively clean. So not clean, but relatively clean.
Relative to what?
Right.
It means something was on. Something was on there that's not as bad as it could have been. But, yeah, I wrote down relatively clean because...
In my opinion, when you are 31 years young and you go in for an MRI, you've been playing basketball since you can walk, it's never going to be super clean, So that's how I interpret relatively clean.
Sure. Okay. So if we're saying relatively clean, maybe that means, as Alexa is saying, take a little bit of a sigh of relief here because it's on the table that she could be playing here in this game too. But would you, Shanae? Would you put Stewie out there knowing that maybe you could get this one without her or give it a chance in a Game 3?
There are circumstances where you protect the athlete from themselves, but there are also circumstances where the athlete says, I feel good. Like, I feel good. So if Stewie feels good, we trust in that. But if she's like, she goes out there, shoot around, it's not feeling great, I think you protect her. And you're fortunate to be able to push, when you handle your job on the road, this gives you the wiggle room. And also what benefits them is that extra day, because teams are playing today, they have an extra day of rest for her to really assess herself. But more than that, they have the luxury of having depth. Going into the matchup, Game 1, we said that this is the deepest team in the WNBA. They casually went and got a finals MVP, a champion, and Emma Misa.
Liberty a ton of credit for securing that win after Stewie went out, because that's hard to do on the road in overtime, and they executed clean basketball throughout that entire overtime stretch to get that win, and now they're at home.
True, you said overtime because I was like, AT missed that. She could have made that.
That was a shot that 9 times out of 10 she's going to make.
Yeah, that's fine, but either way, that's still a contest. That's still you're still disrupting that shot from AT, forcing her to spin. So either way, I thought they played great basketball to get the win on the road. They handled business, and now there's less pressure on the team and Breanna Stewart to want to be out there. Stewie's going to want to be out there.
Absolutely.
I mean, she continued to shoot the free throws after going down with that knee injury initially. I think as a coaching staff, you watch her very closely throughout the entire day, throughout tomorrow, throughout shoot-around, to see how she's feeling. But shout out to the Liberty because there's no pressure on her to play in this game.
Okay, quickly vibing. Would you play her? I would not be surprised if they don't.
Yeah,
Like, to me, I would not be
didn't.
surprised if that's a decision.
The only lower seed able to get a win in that game 1, and now they're able to go back home and have the chance to close this out. They are 5-8 without Stewie this season, but again, they're just kind of now starting to gel. Hey, from one UConn great to another, we got more news out of the W this morning. Paige Bueckers has been named the WNBA Rookie of the Year. She received 70 of 72 possible first-place votes. Bueckers led all rookies in both points and assists this season, was the only WNBA player who finished ranked in the top 5 in points, assists, and steals per game this year. So we thought let's maybe take a look at some of the best plays from the freshly minted. We got more news out of the W this morning. Paige Bueckers has been named the WNBA Rookie of the Year. She received 70 of 72 possible first-place votes. Bueckers led all rookies in both points and assists this season, was the only WNBA player who finished ranked in the top 5 in points, assists, and steals per game this year. So we thought let's maybe take a look at some of the best plays from the freshly minted Rookie of the Year, especially when you do it in the Spirit Tunnel.
Yeah,
by the way.
that was a
There's
great
little extra
touch.
sauce
that
there.
was a great touch.
So let's start with number 3, Shanae.
Paige looking tall. She looking like like Chet.
Looking like behind the back.
Ooh, oh.
And then dribble out.
Was this the game where she went crazy?
This is the inside out.
Yeah. Woo. Oh my God. Sorry, Stevie Azare. Got him.
Just shook the defense. Inside out dribble is actually one of my favorite moves.
It is.
It's so tough.
You're going to see a theme here, like the dribbling.
Oh, wait. Oh, I remember this one. Oh, my goodness.
And then
Oh,
the
that's
jumper.
not nice.
Slide to the left.
Come on, it's the
Slide
behind
to
the
the
back
right.
she utilizes so well.
It
So
looks
that's
like
number
you're
2.
pressing buttons on a
I know it's number 1.
control.
It had to be. The steal.
This is it. Oh, wait, is this it?
The deep three-pointer. Beat the halftime buzzer against the Fever.
That's number 1. That's cool. You remember when she had the behind the back in the paint, in the mid-range?
The shot fit, yeah.
The fact that
Sounds like producers, we need to grab another clip for the end of the show because we will be talking about this again. But Bueckers, she did put together an all-time great rookie season, right? 692 points, 194 assists, both rank 3rd all-time by a rookie in WNBA history. So congratulations.
Yeah, Paige.
Yeah, Paige.